This is the most important graph that you'll ever need to use as a futurist. Every single futurist has one of these as the first slides in their deck. It doesn't really matter what this is, right? An exponential curve up and to the right. This represents all of technology. The past 30 years of technological evolution is described in this. This could be anything. This is processor power. This is memory per dollar. This is internet penetration. This is the number of people playing Angry Birds. This is the number of iPhones. Whatever it is, up and to the right, an exponential curve. It is insanely important to understand this because no one does. Let me show you where this came from. The most impressive exponential curve up and to the right was invented by this man. He's called Gordon Moore. He was the co-founder of Intel. And in 1964, he looked at the sales brochures that Intel were publishing of the chips that they were making. And he realized there was an interesting pattern. Every year, for the same amount of money, Intel could fit twice as many components onto one of their microchips. And he wrote an article about this in a magazine. And because he was an engineer, he didn't use an exponential graph. He used a logarithmic graph, which makes a nice straight line. This is very annoying when you show this on a slide. Because not only do people not understand exponential graphs, they certainly don't understand logarithmic graphs. But nevertheless, this shows a doubling of the number of components they can fit onto an integrated circuit every year. This is called Moore's law. And it's perhaps the most important thing that you can understand to understand all of the modern world. Because what Moore's law says is that every year, for the same amount of money, computing power doubles. Now, everybody in this room, even the old people at the back, everybody in this room has lived the majority of their lives, if not all of your lives, in a world where Moore's law has been the most important thing, right? You understand this fundamentally. It is part of your being. This is an iPhone 10, and up until September, I thought this was the best phone ever made. I now realize it's terrible and I need to buy a new one, right? This happens every year because of Moore's law, the doubling of capability for the same amount of money. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because human society does not understand a doubling of capability, because for thousands of years before, our technologies did not get twice as good every year, right? In the old Viking days, swords did not get twice as stabby every year, right? Horses did not get twice as fast every year. Now, why is this? Well, it's because we use digital technologies to make the next generation of digital technologies, right? You don't use a sword to make another sword. You use a horse to make another horse. That's true. That's true. But they stopped getting faster, right? The upgrades, they're terrible. So